Good evening, design peers and Mr. Malcolm. First off, I'd like to apologize to everyone for my appearance. My tooth is abscessed and I can't afford to get to a dentist. But moving on, this is my Pachachka. I have chosen to do it on Joys of Being a Dad by Proxy. Please enjoy my presentation. Being a dad by proxy has been the highlight of my life, and it makes the early mornings, graying hair, as well as time and energy sacrifice well worth it. I do not have kids of my own flesh and blood yet, but I honestly can't imagine I could love them any more than these two little angels who are my girls. Together, these two girls never seem to make a dull moment. They both have the uncanny ability to bring something fun and exciting for me to do or learn at any given time of the day or night. They both seem to work in tandem to do this, but I assure you, both are quite capable of doing so on their own. My life as such began on August 23rd, 2008, when I started dating my oldest daughter's mother. Ariana was already 14 months old and could walk and talk, and to be honest, I was pretty sure I didn't want to be dad to someone else's child. But the first time Ari called me daddy and said I love you in the middle of September that year, that all changed, and I have been daddy ever since. Ari was born on March 1st, 2007, and is extremely smart. She was top of her class in Yale for both reading and math. In math, she was top of her school for the entire elementary grades. In reading, she's currently at 5th grade level. Academically, she's excelling in most areas where I do not. A brief introductory into Ari is her favorite animal is a giraffe, and her favorite color is pink. Anything giraffe or pink that catches her eye, and she is fully immersed in finding out more about it, or how to acquire it. In fact, she strives continually to keep her grades above average so she can become an exotic animal zoologist so she can work with giraffes. Ariana spends all of her free time when she is watching what all the adults in her life do, and often joins in so she can learn how to do this, that, or the other thing. It doesn't take much time for her to learn how to do anything. Recently, she learned how to sew, and she sewed her own patches onto her own Girl Scout vest. By the time this is turned in and actually viewed, Ariana will have celebrated her 8th birthday, today on Sunday the 1st. I couldn't be more proud of her. She went from an awkward little girl who would say I boo in lieu of I love you to the gorgeous young lady she has become. As Ari gets older, I have learned more and more about the things she likes, things she dislikes, dreams and aspirations, her failures and fears. There's so much about this little girl of 8 that makes a guy wonder how much a guy could not want to be a dad to their own kids. I say that because of how much I love her and how proud I am of her. When Aria was younger, a lot of things worried her mother and I. For instance, she had acute asthma, and the slightest thing would send her into an attack, and us to the hospital. I have learned to sleep with one eye open, and keeping an eye on her when she is with me. She still has asthma, but luckily it has drawn back quite a bit, and takes much more to get her going. As you can see, I am just crazy about this girl. She has made life for the past 7 years quite the trip. I am proud to be called her daddy, and I'll be there for her every step of the way, no matter what. Whether she achieves zoologist or decides to go another route, doesn't matter to me. I can't wait to see what else is to come from my little girl. My second child, Bella, is only a mere 11 months old, and I was there the day that she was born on March 23rd, 2014. She is currently teething and trying to learn how to walk, which are new challenges for this dad by proxy. But her happy-go-lucky attitude all day, every day, makes me smile. Miss Bella, or Monster, is a special little girl for me because I got to witness everything from Jamie going into labor to Bella being born and everything since then. Jamie went into labor around 1:30 a.m. on March 22nd and was in avid denial that Bella had began her debut journey into this world. Bella wasn't in so much denial. She decided to come 3 weeks early. For the first month, Bella didn't really open her eyes much, just slept her time away in Daddy's arms. I spent a great many hours just sitting there holding her and taking in her beautiful features, watching her make cute little faces while she slept, and kissing her incessantly. It was a very calm and uneventful month. Then magically more and more she started opening her eyes a bit more each day. She was not without her own accolades either. When she was just 3 months old, she was entered into Brown City Days. She was pitted against 3 other beautiful girls and 4 young strapping boys. She won the Cutest Baby Award for the girls' side. Her prize was a tiara, a trophy, a free photo session with the local portrait studio, and the accolade. She's also not without her capability to put fear into Mama and Daddy. One weekend she started crying and would cry for long periods. We couldn't figure out the problem. Then by chance her sock came off, which was not an uncommon occurrence, and when I went to put it back on I found the problem. One of the dog's hairs was wound so tight around her middle toe that it was cutting in deeply. Needless to say, the ER was where I ended up. I found it as the dry blood was roughly the same color as her sock, and I thought it was just a piece of fuzz, and went to wipe it off. The blood-curdling shriek, and the fact it wasn't soft and fuzzy like one would think, I knew it to be the problem, and upon further inspection, I was able to act appropriately. The doctor told us we were lucky because if we didn't catch it when I did, she would have lost her toe. Fast forwarding a few months, I am in my parents' bedroom, and Bella and I are trying to wake up Nana for work. As Papa walked in just to tease her, Nana grabbed Papa's hand and said with a smile, "My Papa." Bella was in my arms and chattering in her own little language and stopped in mid-sentence and said, "Ba, Papa," and she had quite the serious face. As you could probably imagine, my time with Bella is spent teaching her how to do myriad life tasks, teaching her how to walk and talk, and other hodgepodge skill sets that I think would be worth our time, whether for her amusement or just to build up her treasure trove of useless trivia, as well as general baby or toddler day-to-day care. To sum up my life as daddy by proxy, my nights are spent lying around the house with Jamie, with the kids nearby playing and interacting with each other before lights out. Lights out for the night, but not for good. The sun brings about another day. Living, laughing, and loving. My life as a single man, surely not all that solo, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I love my two girls.